Welcome to today's Explainer. If you are a dog owner, you know the cycle all too well, right? You buy a brand new bed, you bring it home, and literally a few days later, it is completely destroyed. Well, today, we're on a mission to permanently solve this. We're tackling that expensive, incredibly frustrating problem of dogs just continuously shredding their beds. We are breaking down the 5 absolute best chew-proof dog beds on the market right now, grading them strictly, and finding a real, lasting solution for your aggressive chewer.
Okay, let's dive into this, because talking about this shredded aftermath is probably triggering some mild trauma for a few of you. We have literally all been there. You've already bought 2, maybe 3 dog beds this year, and every single one of them ended up exactly the same, just a giant pile of shredded foam and white stuffing scattered all across your living room floor. It's incredibly frustrating, it's a massive mess, and honestly, it is a huge waste of your hard-earned money.
So, right here, right now, we are officially done with ordinary plush beds. I know they look incredibly cozy sitting there on the store shelf, sure, but for a destructive dog, they're basically just a giant, really expensive chew toy. Today, we're replacing those weak designs with 5 specific options that have been rigorously tested against the kind of teats that routinely destroy normal beds in under a week.
But listen, before you spend another dollar, you have to understand this trick the pet industry loves to play on you. Notice the wording on the packaging next time you shop. A lot of beds sold to you as chew-proof are actually just labeled chew-resistant. And let me tell you, that is a meaningless marketing term with absolutely zero standard behind it. It usually just means the fabric is slightly thicker. Chew-proof, on the other hand, means actual structural utility. And I'll give you a little hint. The single most expensive bed we analyzed, it actually did not win this list. It got beaten by a bed that costs less and comes with a hard, written financial guarantee that pays you back if your dog somehow destroys it. That is our number 1, and we're going to get to it at the end.
To get to that number 1 spot, every single bed in this explainer is scored out of 10 across 5 strict pillars. First up, fit and comfort. Like, does your dog actually want to lie on the thing? Second, durability. How it survives sustained attacks. Third, safety. And this is a massive one. We're talking ingestion risks and choking hazards here. Fourth, ease of use, cleaning and setup. And finally, value for money. After tallying all of these up, every bed gets a hard letter grade. We've got a strict no BS tone today, guys. There are absolutely no participation trophies here.
All right, let's kick off the countdown with our number 5 spot, which serves as our absolute budget entry. Coming in at number 5 is the Frisco steel-framed elevated dog bed. This one earns a solid B- grade, and it earns its spot for one very specific, very clever reason. There is absolutely nothing soft on it to destroy. Think about it. A destructive chewer's entire strategy is to find a soft seam, open it up, and pull. But this bed features a powder-coated steel frame with a tight PVC-coated polyester mesh stretched right across it. It gives a chewer almost zero material to grip onto. It's just a brilliant minimalist defense.
Now, what's really interesting is exactly where this minimalist defense fails. The vulnerability is actually the corner wrap. While the mesh holds up pretty well to surface chewing, this corner is the fatal flaw. A determined dog can get a back molar right behind that fabric edge and start a tiny tear. And because the mesh is under tension, that tiny tear will spread like wildfire. But here's the real safety deduction. Once they chew through that corner, they expose a hard plastic joint. A dog that swallows a cracked plastic corner cap is a dog headed straight to the emergency vet.
And that specific corner weakness brings us directly to number 4, which was engineered specifically to fix those exact fabric flaws.
Let's see how this builds on that previous design. So the Frisco has a weak woven mesh, meaning if one single strand breaks, the whole panel just unzips like a run in a stocking. But our number 4 bed uses a high-density polyethylene knitted fabric. And because it's a knit, a single broken strand is totally isolated. It doesn't compromise the entire panel. It's a huge upgrade.
This is the Coolaroo Elevated Pet Bed, and it earns a solid B grade. The fabric completely outperforms its $40 to $60 price bracket, without a doubt. The safety is great too. There's no stuffing, and the plastic corner pieces are seated much more securely. However, the mechanical weak link has simply moved to the frame itself. The steel here is a lighter gauge. That means a heavier dog who body slams it or drags it across the floor will eventually bend a leg, and a bed with a bent frame is a bed your dog simply won't use.
Number 3 moves us into a much higher price bracket, where the beds get significantly more comfortable, but the hidden dangers? They become much more severe.
Coming in at number 3 is the Gorilla Ballistics Tough Orthopedic Dog Bed. Now this is a genuine heavy-duty piece of equipment. It scores an exceptional 9 out of 10 for true orthopedic comfort, making it absolutely incredible for large breeds or older arthritic dogs who need real joint support. It's wrapped in incredibly thick 1680 denier ballistic nylon. It's literally the first bed on our list that your dog can actually sink deeply into for a proper recovery sleep.
So the crucial point is, where does a heavy-duty bed like this actually fail? Well, on a stuffed bed, it is rarely the tough fabric that gives way first. The hidden mechanical failure is almost always the zipper. A smart dog can work a zipper pull with their front incisors and open a foot of seam in a single afternoon. And what sits right behind that open zipper? A massive, highly chewable full foam core.
And that brings us to a really dramatic safety risk. If you've ever seen a radiograph showing a gastrointestinal blockage, it's terrifying. Swallowed foam from a dog bed simply does not break down in the gut. It bunches up, it blocks the intestines completely, and that kind of blockage surgery routinely runs into the thousands of dollars. The Gorilla Bed earns a B+ because it genuinely offers top-tier comfort and great exterior durability for its $200 to $300 price tag. But remember, you are paying for chew resistance, not total immunity. If that zipper is breached, the foam inside is a massive financial and physical liability.
So, you're probably wondering, how do you get heavy-duty durability without the catastrophic risk of foam ingestion? Well, that's exactly what we explore with our number 2 pick.
Number 2 is the Kuranda Orthopedic Chewproof Elevated Bed, boasting this gorgeous aluminum alloy frame and ballistic nylon. This thing earns a phenomenal A grade. Listen, this is not just a consumer pet product with a tough sticker slapped on the box. This is straight-up institutional-grade equipment. It features absolutely zero fill, no foam at all. Instead, it relies on constant fabric tension that completely defeats chewers because there's just no loose material for them to bunch up and bite.
To really hammer home why this gets an A grade, you just have to look at how it's deployed in commercial kennels. This bed completely removes both major failure categories we've seen so far today. There is no lightweight frame to bend, and there is absolutely no foam to swallow. It is incredibly safe, and that suspended fabric actually flexes to take pressure off hips and elbows, providing orthopedic support mechanically. Honestly, buy it once, and for most dogs, it is literally the last bed you will ever buy.
Which leaves us with the ultimate question. What could possibly beat institutional-grade, commercially proven kennel equipment? Number 1.
The A+ winner of our explainer is the K9 Ballistics Tough Ripstop Orthopedic Rectangle Dog Bed. This bed wins because it does something incredibly difficult. It successfully marries true chew-grade durability with a real orthopedic foam core that your dog actually wants to sleep on. And remember, a bed your dog avoids is a bed they chew out of boredom. This one scores a perfect 10 out of 10 for fit and comfort. And what brilliantly illustrates this durability is their ballistic ripstop weave. That reinforced grid pattern means that even if a tooth creates a puncture, it stays a puncture. The grid literally stops it from becoming a tear. Furthermore, the seams are totally hidden, and the zippers are completely covered. There is no pull tab for your dog to hook a tooth into, which completely neutralizes those terrible ingestion risks we saw with our number 3 pick. The foam is sealed away safely behind an absolute fortress of fabric.
But here is the real reason this bed earns a perfect 10 out of 10 for value. The guarantee just speaks for itself. Destroy it inside the window and they replace or refund it. It's that simple. Every other brand on the market is asking you to gamble with your money. K9 Ballistics? They absorb the financial risk themselves. They take the bet, which means a failure costs you absolutely nothing.
So let's wrap this up with a tailored buyer's verdict based on your exact situation. If you want the ultimate, most comfortable fix today, get the K9 Ballistics. That's our overall winner. If your dog is an escape artist level destroyer who has already chewed through ballistic fabric before, you need the foam-free fortress of the Kuranda aluminum bed. And if you're on a strict budget right now and just need a stopgap that won't result in a massive vet bill, the Coolaroo Elevated Bed is absolutely your best choice under $60. I'll leave you with this stark warning today. Do not buy another ordinary plush bed. Not a single one. You already know exactly how that story ends. The shredded foam, the wasted money, the massive potential vet bills, it is just not worth it. So which of these true chew-proof solutions will you choose for your dog? Think about it and make the smart upgrade. Thanks for joining me on this explainer. Be sure to check out our next scorecard, where we apply this same brutal grading system to tear apart the toughest dog toys on the market. And trust me, the #1 brand there is absolutely not the one you're thinking of. See you